I'm gonna read all the stuff out. I am feeling very unwell today. I am gonna read all the stuff out. So I'm going back to watch Bleach for the next I don't know, like 6, maybe 7 hours. Get it? Because they said 6, 7. Get it? I said 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not having a brain day. But I may have stalled concept up until 16 minutes till the new season. In countless stories, we've seen a familiar romance play out. The hero of a loyal, pure-hearted sweetheart, symbolizing innocence and light, meets along their journey a dangerous, alluring confidant, embodying temptation and thrill. This pattern has produced many enduring romances. The tangled love history of heroes like Peter Parker, Jean Grey, and many more still spark debate decades later. Yet in truth, these romances often feel like episodes in heroes' personal legend. The steadfastness of the childhood sweetheart reflects the hero's own loyalty. The allure of the confidant mirrors the hero's charisma. They mark stages in a journey towards responsibility and pain. Like Penny losing a team up with Rocket and Rocket's fucking climbing speed getting there because I was starting to use it more. That's fun. Rather than a truly equal, bittersweet love. That's why Gambit's and Rogue's relationship is so strong, and why, paradoxically, is where it lies in how ordinary it truly is. From that first spark on Moore Island to finally tying the knot in front of friends and allies, the relationship has spanned 30 years, weaving a heart-shaped knot in the ever-shifting flow of time. If X means potential to Professor Xavier and evolution to Magneto, then for Gambit and Rogue, X means the crossing of two life paths. Quite so, their bond was an unexpected spark ignited by two separate life trajectories colliding. This spark, I'm so happy that in China the time span's different. Neither would lose their shine. Gambit would even if these paths had never crossed, neither would lose their shine. Gambit would still be the charming rogue of Thieves Guild, and Rogue would still be the strong, unyielding Southern Belle. They don't need to steal each other's light to grow brighter. Their love is so pure that it feels unprotected by a writer's hand, untouched by a writer's hand. It's not a plot device, but a choice made by the living, breathing people. Fun fact, one of my motivated comics right now, What If Galactus, you can tell a Wallace book is bad if they have the Watcher in it, in which case it's probably bad. The Rogue story is one of the worst because it literally just has Rogue's first absorption be when she's on a farm, and the first absorption happens because Silver Surfer comes and crashes down, and then she absorbs him and realizes, oh, all this stuff Galactus been doing, and basically then Galactus makes him his herald. Sorry, I was literally one word ahead of my brain. And yeah, it basically goes through and like half the comic is taken up by that start point and like showing off all the people that like don't see her because of that. And then the final half is literally like sorry. The final half is like her trying to figure out a way to like trick Galactus, and then eventually like I think she's the one that makes a Noah's Ark, letting two of each species live. Because apparently Galactus grants a wish to everyone. Oh, and he also shows her, like, the universal end if he doesn't eat planets. But was their journey so winding and pognant? Pyangant, pregnant, polgant, polygant, pygant, polygant, 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 pol, 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 not poignant, poignant. I looked it up. Poignant. That sounds wrong. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. The torment of being unable to touch. In the shadows of old memories, I'm sick. The trials of past loves and new ones. The legacy of alternate timelines. Again and again. And again. And again. And again. And again. I've seen a lot less agains this season. They've been pulled apart. But as we said, they're no longer puppets on the Creator's strings. They remember 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, what they said, what they did. Those intertwined paths and shared adventures will always lead them back to each other. So when Gambit and Rogue step in to take the place of Kitty Pryde and Colossus, finally completing their wedding, we can't help but, I definitely didn't read this, but feel joy, as if they were old friends we've never met. Whose happiness warms us by proximity. Oh, shut up. Shut up. As Marvel Rival Season 5, or 6 now, arrives, winter will come in hand with the game's first anniversary, and we believe there's no better moment to bring Gambit and Rogue's wedding into the game. Even if the real world is trapped in snow and ice, they'll celebrate their union on the eternally springtime shores of Krakoa, which, after reading the end of Krakoa, which is called The Fall of House of X / Powers over X. Krakoa turns into like a little guy that's like running along, and apparently it's mutant blood, so there's that. I just assumed it was like everlasting or like lived off sunlight or something. Hosting this grand event for all to see, every Marvel Rivals player will bear witness to their everlasting love. I don't think they still got a wedding costume yet. A celebration that will add a joyful vibe to the game's anniversary festivities. The wedding will be interrupted by an unexpected twist. That very surprise will set the stage for the mysterious honeymoon among the stars. Some may ask, why waste the spotlight on the love story of two people destined to be together? After all, Gambit and Rogue are the kind of couple that seem perfectly matched at first glance. Both come from checkered past. Both were welcomed into the X-Men for their good hearts and even their powers to share a same thief theft. I mean, one side is absorption and the other side is like blowing stuff up. It's more of a skill set. It'd be like saying, and the powers of Mary Jane and Peter Parker come together. Like, it's a skill set. One steals treasures and hearts, the other steals powers and memories. So it's such a... imagine if they fused. Jesus. To let such a fated pair together may feel safe, even dull, like stealing away the infinity possibilities of the thoughts. But perhaps that's the very definition of love. To allow someone to steal every other possibility from their life, leaving only the long walk down the winding road of life together for the rest of your days, unless you're a mole. Anyway, now we get into the reading of the lore. Speaking of, this is where I got the battle pass. I have 1 day and 9 hours, that's nice. I got pretty far. I did like it all basically. Like I don't really care that much about Wanda, so a bit annoyed I didn't get this. But I did alright. Definitely could have played a little bit more. Had a great chance to get a lot more stuff, which you can tell that means I skipped a lot. I've got 7 more days. How far I get on that? Oh, pace. I might need to play a little bit more tomorrow. Might need to play a little bit more tomorrow. Yeah, so from what I know about team ups, the same. I'm not sure if this is getting moved. I think it's staying. You said Paul and Jeff are getting a team up. I forgot Jeff was in that, so Jeff's gonna be in like 3 team ups. I'm not sure if this one's getting removed. But Penny's going off this one, which I think is a huge... Like, Rocket got heavily nerfed. Rocket and Invisible Girl got so heavily nerfed in my opinion. This isn't the only one that's not working at the moment. No, there's other ones that aren't on right now, right? I can't name one. But, oh yeah. I think I read all of Heart of Dragon last time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Doing every bit of your life force. Dedicate from the rules. I thought I saw cards. Play your cards right and they don't drain every last bit of your life force. Okay. So we might be able to figure out who the other character is. If we look at like the last message. If you open operatives my own, I have things a blathering full-mouthed mercenary and monster hunter. Okay, so it is gonna be thingy. So it is going to be her. It is going to be Elsa Bloodstone. I'm unsure it's going to be the dinosaur. Though I wouldn't care if Moon Girl wasn't going to be in the game. I genuinely wouldn't care if she wasn't going to be in the game. I don't think anybody would. Like, Moon Girl's concept is really interesting for a game like this, but it becomes so like in theory she could be like you know, a new form of strategist that like functions like giving everyone a power up and then sending Devil Dinosaur out potentially. Maybe having a switch gimmick where every so often they switch. Like you get an overall weaker strategist, but then it switches to like a Vanguard every so often, where like the Vanguard like gives everyone else like passive healing or like some passive armor that slowly regenerates, and maybe some stat ups, but like it's just a Vanguard. I think that would be interesting. Basically adding more dual roles into the game after Deadpool, because Deadpool's, you know, concept is I have 3 things. I have 3 you know, move sets kind of, you know, which I think is interesting enough. I think it's a fine feature. I just hope they utilize it for more characters, like maybe one where you can't pick, like Moon Girl. But again, I wouldn't mind if Elsa Bloodstone got the dinosaur for an ult or something. Like I wouldn't care. Alright. Is it gonna bring up the person he put in a cage? There were 2 Grandmasters, I think, if I remember right. I don't remember the superhero lore that well. I Hick Goku versus Aristocrat Vegeta. Yo. Mhm. Mhm. This is here planet. Oh, Hit Goku. Someone needs to redub the whole thing. If the abridged series had Goku have a Hick accent, I would have been happy. Good heavens. I'm sorry. My name is Endwigust, and you may call me the Grandmaster. It has a much better ring to it, don't you think? I have watched over this reality since I was first born, billions of years ago. In that time, my fellow elders of the universe and I had amassed enough cosmic power to guide an infinite number of lesser beings towards enlightenment. But if I'm being honest, that sounds like far too much work. Would I bother? Why would I bother when I could spend my days playing instead? Alright, so if you believe Sir Superhero's comic law and he doesn't edit panels, the actual reason they do this is because sorry, I had to blink and manually open and close my eyes. I was thinking too hard. Is because they basically go insane, and if they go insane or become so bored they don't care about their own existence, they just poof. They just poof away. This is the reason why each one of them took something to spend their immortality researching, and there were two elders that were the ones of games, because, you know, a lot of games have two players. So like chess, like checkers and all those kind of games, you know. Like obviously with computer games becoming bigger and bigger, you know, there's more one-player games than there are two-player games. But a good way to think about it is that at that point there were so many two-player games that they would never run out of games to play. And eventually they like had a game over the name, and then you just like banish the other guy. And that's like an entire event, which is pretty cool. Ask any of the elders. Is that working over context? Ask any of the humans about me. Other humans, you say. Any of the other elders about me. In what context does that make sense? Like, any of the other people about me? Any of the other... why isn't other there? Is that grammatically correct? Any of the other elders. Any of the elders. Any of the other elders. I suppose it means the same thing because it's a group. You know, the elders of the universe. And they're all gale with you stories about the grand games I've hosted. That took over the time span of 100 years, so you'll be dead by the time. But it's true. A lot of his in-universe events might last like a week or a month, maybe. But like, in truth, they're immortal. They could last for years and years and years. And in fact, there's probably a time god I'm probably forgetting. Because I just like there's like 2 instances of Peter Parker. Well, you know, 2 instances of Peter Parker doesn't work. 2 souls of Peter Parker, same timeline displaced one, but he just made younger and he just shoot back. That'd be an interesting event comic, like a school type thing happens and it's like multiple like pinpoints of Peter's life or like a bunch of heroes' lives that come out and they're like, hi, I finally gotten out of one of the Elders games. They're finally done with me, they're bored with me. They've done everything they could over like a couple of years and they'll be like, it's been a couple of years for you? And then like, you know, like Peter, for example, is the first one to touch, or like Cap is the first one to touch, or like touch hands, and then they get absorbed in and like that fused version of Cap or whoever like gets on the floor and like feels their head like trying to snap apart. Because like the elders, to like make sure their pieces, you know, keep the same sort of ideas, gave them unlimited memory, for example. So like then they fuse together and all of Cap's memories about that moment becomes like brighter. Like from the second he lost Bucky, as an example, from like the first week of joining the Avengers, stuff like that. I think that would be a really interesting comic, because the tie-ins would be great. Having and then you could have a reason why a bunch of characters are like rethinking of their past events, like why Peter's probably going to go through another Gwen event, where it's like, oh, Gwen, I remember 2 months we spent together. That was brilliant. That was a brilliant 2 months. How long was it in universe? Oh, sorry, I got distracted again. And through my brethren have proven themselves formidable opponents, they have never matched my skill, despite their best efforts. When you're the best in the universe, with no one ever capable of challenging your title, things become quite dull. Thankfully, that's why there's 2 of them, that's why there were 2 of them. Thankfully, the game board recently has changed. Recently had changed. I feel like I should put more words in the middle, but I'm not going to challenge an elder of the universe on that too hard. Multiple realities have converged, inspiring the elders to merge. I think the next map is going to be a TVA map. It's either going to be a TVA map or another collector map. It looks very TVA. If you've seen the Deadpool trailers, we'll see. To merge our domains together. Ooh, creating something new and different. A plane of existence where our ventures could, such as the Collector's Gallery. Oh, my newest joint venture with the Gardener. Ooh, the Gardener. And more exist together in a perfect paradise. I honestly could not tell you a single thing about the map if you put a gun to my head. I could not tell you. I don't think I've seen it that much. Also, Resource Rumble is going to die out, and that makes me sad. Because they're going to delete it. When exploring a new realm, I shunted across something of great interest. A small scrap of paper in the collector's vast accumulation of cosmic impapilware. I'm doing it again. Ephemera? A genius of insects, including the dayflies or inferior flies. See inferior fly under inferior. Transitory things. Existing or lasting only for a short time, short-lived or temporary. Computing for a short time, not enduring. An action which may have been brought into country is actions for debt and the like of put Emphatheron. A short-lived thing, a pin. Oh, it's a short-lived thing. Oh, short-lived things. A contract signed with the You know when people use big words and like you have no context for what the word is? Signed with the name Victor Von Doom. Von Doom. Sorry, comic book knowledge filled it in. The name of the same mortal whose meddling was said to have caused the chronal crisis currently sweeping across dimensions. Before I could decipher the contract's true purpose, the collector discovered me in his gallery, and I was forced to leave the item behind, but I knew it didn't belong on display. Whatever it was, it's got to be one of Doom's high-stakes gambits. And who, better than me to know how to... Okay, this is where Gambit comes in. It could very well be the ultimate bargaining chip when Doom never dares to challenge the realms directly. The collector has kept a suspicious eye on me ever since. Thus, if I truly wish to obtain this mysterious contract, I will do what Galactus did in the What If... Yeah, the What If Galactus thing is like a subsection of like 5 different characters, and the reason why it's bad is because the first one, I think... what was the order again? I don't remember the exact order, but I remember the 2 women were like last. I think it was... Was it? I think it was Hulk. Then Hulk is just Planet Hulk, but like it's like the Avengers rat him out to Galactus as the strongest mortal, and then he just like does a bunch of stuff, like tries to save people by sending them plans, and then the Avengers destroyed the ship, held like hundreds of thousands of people, and then gaslight him into realizing Galactus is evil. And then Hulk goes against Galactus. Then I think it was Gambit, and Gambit's entire thing is like going into the collector's party disco with his powered up avatar powers, and like he can steal kinetic energy from people in like a large area, and he can also supercharge things with like so much cosmic power that they just explode really easily, of course, but you can do it from a distance. I think Banner just gains the strength for the Hulk and then can like amp himself even more with Hulk power. And then it's Moon Knight, who like time skips to the end of the Earth basically. And then there's like Rogue, which we've already explained, and then there's Spider-Gwen, which is the most boring one because it barely focuses on Galactus. It just sort of skips her, time skips her to being good with the powers. While Moon Knight was like struggling because he had multiple personalities who had each different powers with the cosmic power cosmic. I'm gonna shut up. An escape with one of the prizes in hand. And of those, there's only one brave enough to actually accept the job, a mutant from the planet Earth named Remy LeBleu, or Gambit as he prefers to be called. A perfect name for the caper is perilous. Okay, I understood those words. If my scheme is going to work, and my thief is going to have to act fast. As I said before, I have watched over this reality since it was first born. But now I'm watching it die right in front of my eyes. And I truly believe that unless something is done to the Doom in check, I might die right along with it. That would be true tragedy. But that's amazing! Does he play like all the video games as well, I wonder? Oh, this is lovely. Okay, good. Oh, nice. Oh, lovely. Okay, there's 2 ones on that page. How much time do I have? Have I yapped for 30 minutes? Oh, I need a sip of my water. My water? My water. My milkshake brings all the boys to the car, and I'm like, they better make a name for myself, and they're like, better make a name for myself, and with the and games, and I'm about to make a name for myself here. Here we are, the final step is in our whirlwind of the galaxy. Turns out this here Grangan is just every man has ever been told. The perfect place for me to take Marceline and Maline on a special... I just... that's convenient. That's convenient for me. To the end of our interstellar honeymoon, we Shazolari. Your boy Gambit. Your boy Gambit. Yo, my boy Gambit. My man Gambit was like the best part of that What If Galactus book. honestly. Like, if you don't like Moon Knight, there was, like, you know, like, for, like, unless you find that book on, like, on deal, that's not a good book. Not a good book. It's sad that the best What If material is always the Spider-Verse stuff. Even at its, like, worst, where some people will be like, the wheelchair spider lesbian, and I'm not sure if he's trans or if he's like gay or bi or whatever. I'm gonna call him the man spider Spinneret, who webs very beautiful things. Very beautiful things indeed. Like, even that comic is still so cool. So cool. So much of the Spider Society stuff is genuinely really good stuff. And then they're like, oh yeah, the What If stuff itself, throw it in the bin. Maybe also some terrible writers. We shall see our boy Gambit made an honest woman out of her sweet work. Almost all of our friends and family, Ah, blah, 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 all our friends and family. But there's a witness for this location, too. But just as we were about to change the rings, some temporal storm sent Krakoa hurtling for space and time, scattering our fellow mutants across reality. After that, folks were too busy fighting to keep everything from unraveling to make time to join us for our first dance. Though I hear some of them did end up at Emma's little hair-fired gala, which does raises Kajum for Padu. Anywho, right after we tied a knot, me and Mrs. LaBrue climbed aboard our Camden spacecraft. Oh no, this accent not going good for the good old Remy LaBrue over here. Oh no. I'm trying, but my brain ain't working with two fireflies going across a candlelight. Know what I mean? Blasted off onto the stars for a trip we never forget. But we didn't just travel to the edge of her existence, so we could have the perfect picnic on the... Hey boo boo, I got the perfect picnic just for you. Hey boo boo, I got the perfect picnic for you. Under the prim and proper prying eyes of the elders of the universe, sure, love may have been the guiding force for the brought the two of us here. But our vacation has served an even greater purpose for mankind. According to Magneto, at least. At every stop along the way, from the watcher to nowhere, we've been planting special flowers that bloom in the puddles. You know, the ones that lead straight back to our living island. Living island. And the quickest way for our lost kin to find a way back home. No matter whether a time stream entanglement may have tossed them. I really hate this voice. I'm gonna get fired for this voice. I'm about to make a name for myself here. I'm about to make a name for myself here. Oh God Almighty. Oh God Almighty. Oh no. Oh no, living Ireland. I gotta live in Ireland. They're the quickest way to find lost kin and find our way back home. No matter where the time stream entanglement might have tossed them. I better make a name for myself here. And there are also plenty handy if the other X-Men want to come a searching for our missing mutants too. So there we were, just having us plant a seed in our grandmaster's garden. When you don't, you know it, Magneto and the X-Men strolling through the portal. Oh no, I'm gonna listen to myself here. Oh. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Oh God almighty! Oh, I was trying to do a Gambit boys. Dude, Gambit boys. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! They've already found some missing mutant, but they found us giant island and dreaded morning moon. Oh, we were laying right down in the bushes, and I was fresh out of sea. But now me and Rook got some quality time to relax and enjoy each other's company. And it looks like we got plenty to keep us busy here. I ruined my name for myself here. I gotta stop myself quick. Oh no! Oh, of course, there's only a penny chance. I picked up a little side hustle here as well. But there's not something Rogue needs to know about quite yet. Even a married man, oh no. Oh no, I'm doing a cowboy voice. Oh no. Oh no. Dios mío. Oh no. Dios mío. Oh no! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! We push out the sea! Oh, this is well did a bit of it, but a married man is attached to some few secrets no me, mono me. I've been done it over before she ever realizes what a thing. And I play my cards right like I always do. She'd be the one who would find the real prize if she deserves. I don't worry about all that later. At the moment, the only thing that the people wants is to steal another kiss from my new bride. Cause when they top of us two together, there ain't nothing in the whole universe that can bring me down. So I plan on enjoying the peace and quiet while it lasts. Nothing else could last long enough. Oh no, no. Oh, please be quick. Oh, Jesus. Maybe, I got something to do with the voice. A passage comes from the Book of Doom, 2099. For when it comes to the mysteries of the universe, there are few that Victor Von Doom has not already solved. But one secret has eluded me for longer than I care to admit. the truth of my own past. To obtain the tremendous power the power that has allowed me to thrive over these years and cement my legacy in this ever-changing world. Sacrifices had to be made, and the greatest of these sacrifices was my own memory. The once cherished recollections of my earliest days returned to me, lost to me forever, or so I thought. After the time-dream entanglement, I began to in strange a face appeared in my mind, the face of a beautiful woman, who I wanted to sleep with, and then I realized it was my own mother. But Doom does not make mistakes. But Doom does not make mistakes. And though I swore I did not know her, I instantly felt an inexplicable affection towards. Oh God! Like our very souls were somehow intertwined, and then I realized I was wearing her as I transformed her into my armor. Every time I closed my eyes, she was there, whispering my name softly. Victor, Victor, Victor. As if she was haunting me like she was on my very clavicle. If she was... Oh no, my headphones fell off. Oh, my headphones fell on the floor. Oh. Where was I? Sorry. Oh, it's next to my ear. Time soon, determined to find out who this phantom was, I scoured every historical record I could lay my hands upon, refusing to overlook even a single stray clue. I designed elaborate telepathic devices and even tried to unlock the secrets of my own genes. Is it Marvel Universe law that your DNA includes, like, your memories, or is it, like, my genes to figure out where I was? I think it's genes to figure out where I was and then, like, trace back your path from there. Like, using a map through time. Oh, sorry. Searching for missing... I'm sorry, my gut's swollen. Just sorry. Searching for missing memories from the fall of the heroic age, but alas, each time she appeared to me, she was vanished into the ether before I could learn more. It began to suspect that someone was clearly preventing me from uncovering truth about her. Worse, it almost felt as if I was being taunted, and doom is what one to tolerate such insults. Through all the technological avenues that had been explored, Doom is a man of many means. Thus, I managed to tap into the power of Cornivium. I collected a great number of these powerful... Is that why? No, after. I collected a great number of these powerful crystals, forged from pure chronal time, since the time stream entanglement was first set into motion. Perhaps they could unveil the meaning. Has my thing finally uploaded? I'm not sure if I was on Discord when it uploaded. Oh, okay, good. The technical adventures, great many number of these powerful crystals from pure chronal energy since the transhuman entanglement was first set into motion. Perhaps they could unveil the meaning behind this motion. After exhausting the power of countless Cornivium crystals and searching across every town and the images became clearer. I could see the woman trapped in a hellish dimension. Oh no! That was his mother! Affection could be like familial love. Tortured by unyielding flames. By Johnny Storm! John Storm. I hate it when they shorten it to John. Longer whispered my name. She no longer whispered my name lovingly, as she had in my earlier version. She cried it out, begging for me to save her. But every time I tried to reach out to her, her Cornivium would shatter and the vision would end. Still, all was not lost. It was in these broken crystal shards that I first saw it. A faint image of a piece of parchment, some sort of contract, and although its full details were obscured, I could reach a portion, but the name was inscribed upon it. Cynthia. For what purpose this document served, I knew it would be the key to finding this woman, and perhaps finding myself. It's usually his mother. I scanned the known universe for information on its whereabouts, and soon came to believe in the hand of the Elder of the Universe. The Elder of the Universe, known as the Collector. His cosmic being is the one who parts with his treasure, not one who traps it. Doom will not be denied his prize. Oh, I thought that was Phoenix. Hello, man, Moncherie. Oh no. Oh, thank God! We have a major problem, rivals. If you're like me, you came into this season of love hoping for a happy ending. But I'm afraid I have bad news. Your girl, Galacta. Your boy, Gambit. Your girl, Galacta. Your girl, Galacta has been keeping a close eye on the new Mr. and Mrs. LeBlue. Rogue LeBlue? This is another Sue Storm thing again, where I forget the second name. Since I ever stepped in the world of the battlefield, and not just because there's two Two lovebirds seem to fight in perfect sync with each other. Perfect mood. Let's be honest. There's no better way to unwind from a day of watching epic epic multiversal slugfest than to tune into the ongoing romance of everyone's favorite couple, Gambit and Rogue. Gambit and Rogue. I don't think they're the best couple. I'll be honest. I know Reed and Sue are like a sad thing sometimes, but you just look at their family and it's like, yo. Yeah. I think it's Reed and Sue, or even Ben and Alicia. I think Gambit and Rogue definitely a good pairing, but like they're not in their own book is a good way to explain it. Like you don't pick up like X-Men. It's like the Gambit and Rogue subplot. Like, there's probably some X-Men book that goes into depth with them, but I feel like they're just characters that are like like booksellers, if that makes sense. They're like, oh, these two characters are in this, so I'll pick it up, rather than like Tony Stark having his own book sort of thing. For those of you late to the party, Gambit's a suave Cajun thief who can blow stuff up. Rogue's a sweet southern belle who can absorb the powers of with a touch. They both join the X-Men, a team of mutant heroes based on Earth, and eventually head over heels for each other. I'm on like X-Men Bleach episode like 250-ish now. I'm in like the oh honey honey na 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 na, oh sugar bell, Bankai souls getting out of their thing. It's quite fun. Space now. Eventually they fell over head over field, and against all odds, and unlikely, love grew stronger, and they eventually got married and headed off to an epic honeymoon that's taken them across the galaxy, ending in a heavenly grand garden. Seems like things couldn't be more perfect. Right, wrong. Right, wrong. Right, wrong. Right, wrong. I can breathe again, I can breathe again, I can breathe again. Don't you know, my friend? It's like my brain's on a loop that can't be controlled. My brain's on a loop, that cannot be controlled. My brain's on a loop, it's skipping its track. My brain's on a loop, it's skipping its track. I'm not gonna be able to finish them all. I'm your sugar girl. I'm your sugar girl. Oh, honey, honey. Ba 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 ba. Oh, honey. Sorry. It's like whenever I'm feeling like slightly ill, like I lose track of the ADHD. Like the ADHD that I have like a firm grip on normally is like, or like a light grip on, or like I have the key in my thing, and it's like slightly unlocked. Like if it jiggles it a little bit, but then it goes back into it soon. But then I'm sick, and it's like jumping all around. It's jumping all around. It's going and it's like I can't control it whatsoever. There's trouble in the cosmic paradise. As much as Gambit tried to become a honest man for Miss Bright, he's still a thief at heart. So he signed up for one last heist, a job that Rogue didn't know anything about. Now the Grand Master was whispering in his mind, reminding him to hold up his end of the bargain. Could he go to that old jerk and try and charm his way out of the deal? Maybe, but as lucky as Gambit is, he's not willing to risk the current state of his bliss on it. Oh. Carnivium die. Oh, he's just doing it to like guarantee. So Gambit sneaking out with the honeymoon suite in his fancy white and gold-braided Thieves Guild regalia, leaving the sleeping Rogue behind and looking back at her longingly and lustfully, with that whole best of wives and best of women vibe. He thinks what she doesn't know won't hurt her, but here's a twist. Rogue does know. She's not actually asleep, and she's well aware that the Prince Charming is up to no good. Again. And hiding behind the guise of a honeymoon, it's gonna break her heart. And Rogue's not the only one who Gambit isn't fooling. He may be one of the best thieves in the entire universe, but his sensational stealth skills can't trick someone who feels even the faintest shifts in the magnetic fields. But Gambit likely remains blissfully unaware that the ever-restless Magneto, not one for early nights, is currently out in the garden, admiring the ever-blooming flowers that only bloom in the shadow passes of the Mount Wundrel. Magneto knows he's up to something. The entire house of cards that Gambit built could come crashing down. I don't care. I don't know what happens next. I can guarantee it's going to be as wild as one of the Gambit's aces. Luckily, I believe in his own force of the universe. I believe in the one force in the universe stronger than power cosmic. Love. Well, power cosmic can apparently be deleted. Look, it's Lady Loki! Can I read this in time? No. Alright, we're gonna save 2 of them. And I'll also do the holiday special one. I think I got 2. Bye. Why is there still 3 done? Anyway, bye.